Hey guys, it's Annie, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be me setting up my brand new bullet journal, my second one for 2021. I'm really excited. I did set up my first one obviously in my 2021 bullet journal setup, so be sure to check that one out if you haven't already. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell for more bullet journaling, wellness, and inspirational content from me. Without further ado, let's get right into planning. So I'm basically, to plan this video, I went through all of my spreads that I included at the beginning of 2021 and thought about which ones I wanted to carry forward, maybe if I wanted to include some new ones that I felt I was kind of missing out on, or some if I didn't really feel the need to repeat again in this new bullet journal. So to start off with, of course, I did my little name page which says "This belongs to Annie," which I think is really cute. I love the lettering and everything. For this, I use my Tombow Fudinowski hard tip brush pen, which is one of my favourite brush pens to use in my bullet journal. Then for my key, I just copied the same thing over that I had in my last bullet journal. I used the same pen for the title, and then with a fine line I went in and did all of my little symbols. Obviously my symbols may differ from the symbols you use in your bullet journal. These are just the ones that work for me, and I have kind of tweaked them from other ones I've seen on social media and other places as well. So now if you have watched my 2021 bullet journal setup, then you have seen me do this. I'm just doing kind of redrawing the 2021 title page because I feel like it's necessary to kind of repeat it, so I know that this is obviously one of my 2021 bullet journals. I did it slightly differently. I did it over a double page this time instead of the single page, so I didn't include a quote, but I still really love the way it turned out. I'm drawing the really cute foil balloons. I've done these many times before in videos, so if you are subscribed, then you will be able to remember me doing these probably before. For this setup, this new bullet journal setup, I decided to stick to kind of the same colours, well, the lack of colour, like I use greys and blacks and stuff only instead of using colours, apart from for the balloons, obviously. I kind of stuck to the same kind of theme I did in my first bullet journal this year, just so I kind of know that this is the 2021 theme, this is kind of the vibe I'm going for. So yeah, that's just what I decided to go for in this setup. So I just wanted to come in here and talk about the supplies I used. So I used some normal colouring pencils as usual, and then I also used watercolour pencils. The reason I use watercolour pencils mostly over my coloured pencils, I just feel like they are a lot easier to blend and they go on the paper a lot better, and I can draw over them a lot easier. I feel like they're smoother as well. I don't know why this is. Maybe it's just the specific ones I have, to be honest, but that's just how I feel works for me and how I like to do. But I also added a bit of colour, use my coloured pencils as well, just to kind of mix it up a bit. I also used, so basically how I did this, I went in with my base layer with like a really light yellow on the shape that I sketched out beforehand in pencil. And then I just sketched really lightly the yellow colour, and then I went in with my black pencil, and just did like the details as well. I used the 2021 I drew in my last bullet journal just for a reference. I added all of the black details, and then after that I went in with like a darker kind of goldy colour and added all of those darker areas, and then I went in with my white gel pen lastly and added all the highlights. So after I drew my balloons, I thought it was only appropriate just to write underneath in my Tombow Fudinowski calligraphy pen, and just write chapter 2 because I feel like that's appropriate, so I know that this is obviously the second bullet journal that I've used this year. And I love how the spread turns out, and I think it looks really cute. So now for my future log, of course I couldn't go a yearly bullet journal setup without doing this. Obviously there are only 6 months left, as I did January to June in my last bullet journal, so I'm doing July till December in this future log because I don't think I really need to add the months, as they've already gone past and I've included all of the dates I need in my previous journal. So I will be transferring lots of the stuff into this journal, like the books. You see I do that in a sec. But I just drew mini calendars and then left lots of space next to it just to write what events I have that month. I kept this really minimal and very monochrome as well, just as I said, because I'm going to go with the theme I used in my last bullet journal. I feel like it's appropriate to do that. But yeah, I really like how this one turned out. Very simple, but very effective. Now I'm moving on to, I think, my most used and my favourite spread I'm doing today, which is my books of 2021. So I'm doing exactly the same layout as I did in my last bullet journal, and I'm transferring all of the books I read onto this journal, so then I can look back at all of the books I read in 2021 just in this book, just so I know it's all in one place and everything. So you'll see I wrote down all of the books I've read so far, and I have the star rating, the title, author, and then the date I read it, so the date I started, date I finished it. I just thought I'd mention some of my favourites. I loved Troy by Stephen Fry. I felt like that was a really, really good book. I'm really into Greek mythology at the moment and everything, so that was a really good book, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was quite difficult compared to some of the other books I read, but I really I loved the challenge, and I feel like it was really good. Another book I loved was We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. It was so good. It was really short and I loved that. I mean, I wish it had been longer because I loved the book so much. But I really, really love the story and just the concept of how she lost her memory and it will slowly come back. You know what I'm talking about if you read the book. Another book I love, which is one of the last books I've read, which is The Song of Achilles. Of course, if you listen to my podcast or if you follow me on Instagram, you know I've been talking about all about this book. So I highly, highly recommend it if you haven't read it already. Now, last but not least, this is a new spread I'm carrying over just because I feel like I need a place to track the films and series that I've watched, just because I feel like that's really important. I feel like I watch stuff and then I forget about them and then I'm like, oh, that was really good. I wish I remember when I watched that, if I enjoyed it or not, stuff like that. So I thought I just include this. I kept this very simple so then when I come to using the spread I can kind of go anyway and see how I want to lay it out properly. But just for today I just did the titles at the top and then in the middle I did like a little popcorn going diagonally like across both of the pages, which I thought was really cute. And I kept this really minimal, as I said, so I can see how I would like to utilize the spread in the future. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to like, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for more bullet journaling, wellness and inspirational content from me. And without further ado, let's get right on to the final flip through. Of course, as usual, I will be posting all of the pictures of the finished spreads on my Instagram, so be sure to follow me on there. It is linked down below. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.